Welcome back to TTS Daily. I'm Yi right here. This is your weekend edition. So our first story is in China, where two Japanese tourists in their 20s decided to expose their buttocks and took up photos at the Great Wall of China on January 3rd, 2025. The man exposed himself while the woman photographed it as a prank. This seems to be an ongoing trend where people like to take photos or videos of themselves doing stupid things at national monuments or at sites of important heritage, just like tourists in Singapore passing water into Singapore River and being videoed by their friends, a story we covered earlier last week. And of course, you do stupid things, you win stupid prizes, so there are legal consequences because public exposure of the lower body is illegal in China and probably most of the world too. Authorities detained them on the spot for approximately 2 weeks before deporting them back to Japan. They told the Japanese embassy in China it was intended as a prank. Haha, who's laughing now? Japanese media reported criticism from fellow countrymen, calling it shameful and disrespectful to historical sites. Some felt the 2-week detention was too lenient, others highlighted hypocrisy in Japan's complaint about foreign tourists. Chinese netizens obviously expressed confusion and outrage over the behavior, and many praised the authorities' response. And not surprisingly, the next story, we move to China tourists. Now, on March 9, 2025, a 35-year-old Chinese tourist leaned out of a moving train in Sri Lanka. This is another ongoing trend where people think it's cool or beautiful to lean out of a moving train and take videos or selfies or pictures. I do not know how something so dangerous becomes a trend. People need to level up their common sense. People really need to level up their common sense. So, unfortunately for this tourist, she collided with a tunnel wall, fell and sustained severe head and leg injuries. She was reportedly taking photos at that time. She is now rushed to a hospital and transferred to 2 other hospitals due to her critical condition. The unidentified woman remains in critical condition as of now. And on March 10, 2025, the Chinese embassy in Sri Lanka issued a warning on its website, advised tourists not to lean out of trains for photos or play along railway lines. How could something as basic as following basic safety instructions be so hard to learn and remember for people nowadays, all just for a photo that isn't honestly even that nice? As I've said, this is an ongoing trend, okay? There have been so many past incidents. In December 2024, a Chinese tourist was knocked out of a train by tree branches while filming and survived with, thankfully, minor injuries. In February 2025, just last month, a 53-year-old Russian tourist was unalive after falling from a train while leaning out for a photo. You know what? At some point, social media need to start banning all these videos and social media posts about people taking pictures leaning out of train, because it is starting a very bad trend, causing people to be unalive. And you know what's the best part? A Sri Lankan tour guide shared that such behavior has led numerous injuries and deaths, okay? A local tour guide has said that. And instead of the tour guide telling you, please don't do that, you may lose your life, the tour guide actually recommended another train that is slow moving instead. The disbelief. Okay, enough stories about tourists who are either endangering their lives or doing silly pranks that are so disrespectful, okay? We're now in Malaysia, where 4 robbers entered a house in Desa Vita, Sepang, Malaysia via the back fence at 1:41 AM on March 14, 2025. This video has been going viral and now it has been confirmed to be real by the authorities, okay? The house alarm was triggered within a minute, prompting all 4 robbers to flee, and 3 of them hid in the nearby woods. The house owner alerted police after the alarm, and the police were deployed by 3 AM. Police officers were able to track 3 of the suspects to a wilderness area near a water tank. The 3 suspects, aged 35 to 40 years old roughly, then assaulted police with long sharp objects, which led to police retaliation. Police pew them unalive. Okay, 1 of them is still on the loose. The bodies were sent to Serdang Hospital for post-mortem. And we now know that The 3 thieves are foreign nationals active in robberies and break-ins across Selangor, Kuala Lumpur and Negeri Sembilan. And they have been linked to 17 cases since early 2024, including 3 during Ramadan, with losses nearing ringgit $1 million. They are also known for violence, having slashed a victim before in Sungai Buloh. Authorities have stated that the suspects usually return to their home country after crimes and re-enter Malaysia to resume activities. Police are now hunting 2 additional suspects from the same gang. Once again, the Deputy Commissioner emphasized zero tolerance for violent crimes, vowing stern action. We're back in Singapore right now, where, if you have been following us for some time, I've always expressed the fact that the elderly have to be well taken care of, and the elderly cannot fall because their bones are very brittle and they are very prone to fatal injuries if they fall. So, an 80-year-old man passed away after falling on Service 262 SBS Transit bus on March 12, 2025 in the evening. This happened at the junction of Ang Mo Kio Avenue 8 and Bishan Road, Singapore, okay? A lady claiming to be the man's granddaughter said he was travelling from Ang Mo Kio Hub. He was standing when the bus moved despite being far from his stop, which puzzled the family. The family is awaiting police and coroner findings but seeks witness for closure. An SBS Transit spokesperson said the man stood up to prepare to alight, lost balance during a right turn and fell before grabbing a pole. The bus captain provided first aid and an ambulance was called. The man was conscious when taken to Tan Tock Seng Hospital but later sadly passed away. SBS Transit is saddened, offers condolences and is in contact with the family. SCDF received a call at 7:40 PM and transported the man to the hospital, and police investigations are ongoing. Once again, the family appeals for witnesses to clarify the incident. Our thoughts and condolences to the 80-year-old grandfather and his loved ones. We've covered stories about certain preschool teachers who are not so kind to the children under their care, and now we have a story about preschool teachers who are doing way beyond their line of duty, or maybe you should say maybe it is within their line of duty. Okay, so an explosion and fire occurred in a unit on the 10th floor of Block 1738 Punggol Field at around 1:05 PM on March 12, 2025. The fire involved bedroom contents and was extinguished by SCDF using a water jet. And in the meantime, teachers at My First School, located in the same block, evacuated children during nap time. Some children, including a 2-year-old boy, were carried barefoot to safety at a residence corner in the next building. A parent was informed by her son's teacher at 1:25 PM about the fire. She arrived to find her son initially calm but crying upon seeing her, reflecting his need for comfort. She noted emergency services were there, such as 5 fire engines, ambulances and police already on the scene. Approximately 20 people, including preschool children, were evacuated by police as a precaution. The parent praised the teachers' quick action, suggesting they deserve recognition and thanked them via a comment on a Facebook post. Thankfully, all the children are safe and sound and the fire has been extinguished. Have a good weekend, everyone.